The Holy Defender is to have a room all her own at the Moonstone Mask, right next door to the Inquisitor General, who informs her if she need anything, not to hesitate to ask. One of the ladies in a mask, or even Ophala Cheldarstorn herself. Linu loves the room, and the idea that it's hers alone even more. Nothing indecent about it indeed, though she looks upset to see the thing with 8 legs in her room. Much better.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
Alright, Lilly leaving Linu here in her new private room at the Moonstone Mask. Lilly reminds her mystical advisor she's to draw up Nightal astrology charts, and right away, as she'll be returning soon with the Blacklake bard. Little Red. Lilly's face becomes flushed as she remembers she was to have a word with the rusty raconteur, and how she's failing to adequately chronicle the exploits of her mistress. She's not paying her to look adorable. Or maybe she is. Frustrated with her own lack of conviction, Lilly stores away the various journals acquired during their foray into the warrens of the damned, the snake cult leaders, Dreads, and Gulnans. Appropriately, all virtually last testaments of those executed by the office. Oh, and Torin's ring. It looks rather at home alongside the equally worthless Gauntlet Championship Award. Lilly is just too happy to see Little Red. She can't bear to yell at her.
I suspected you'd show up here soon. I'm glad to see I was right. So, shall we join up once more?
Alright, Lilly taking Sharwyn back into the company.
Yes? Is there something you need?
Or can she? While her mistress has been trudging through the warrens of the damned, she's been out shopping? Not to Lilly's taste, but still adorable.
Yes? Is there something you need?
Alright, Lilly wanted to talk a little while with Sharwyn, hoping that she'll continue her story from before. You want to hear the rest of the tale about my ill-fated affair, do you? I suppose there's no harm in it. I should have run off with Dannen, or turned him aside completely. I did neither, as I was unwilling to disobey my mother. Instead, I seduced Lord Farthington as she wished, and loved my bard in secret. Dannen was kind to me. He enthralled me with his music, and I adored him. Lord Farthington, on the other hand, was merely lustful and possessive, and my mother was overjoyed. I can't imagine that went on for very long. No, that's true. These things are bound to come to a bad end, of course, and I wish I had known that. As the date of my marriage to Lord Farthington grew closer, he began to suspect that something was amiss. I spent far too much time away from him in Dannen's arms. It was all my mother could do to convince him that I was true to his love, and it was she who finally discovered me in the arms of my bard. Yeah, I think Lilly would have expected her mother to arrange for his murder. She had the guards chase him away, but they weren't able to kill him. Sure, Lilly's disappointed to hear that. That didn't stop me from loving him either. Mother turned on me then, and forbade me to see Dannen ever again. I was to marry Lord Farthington, and that was all there was to it. I refused at first. I loved Dannen, and nothing else mattered, so she begged me. That proud woman got on her knees with tears in her eyes, and begged me not to abandon her to poverty. I could do as I was expected, save my mother and marry a man whom I did not love, or I could run off into the unknown with Dannen. I think Lilly's assuming that, had she chose Lord Farthington, she wouldn't be standing here right now. I struggled with the decision, for I had never had to make up my own mind. But the thought of that dreary life with Lord Farthington frightened me so. I chose Dannen. Lord Farthington was outraged. He tried to have Dannen and me executed, and we were forced to flee with not a copper between us. My mother was crushed. She was turned out from noble society as she feared and lost everything to repay my stepfather's debt. And asking what happened next. I fled from Neverwinter with Dannen, and we traveled far, and he taught me how to become a bard in my own right. I did not return home for many years, until recently, in fact. It was an odd feeling to discover that Lord Farthington had lost his own fortune years ago, and both he and his household were now dead from the plague. That was the fate that had awaited me. And my mother, I have only been to see her once since my return. Or, apparently she still is alive. She's lived all these years as a poor seamstress, it seems, bitter and blaming me for the poor luck which had befallen her. We said little to each other as she ordered me out of her leaky cottage. I did find out one thing, however. She's dying. She suffers from bone rot, a disease which would require the attention of several clerics for a month to heal normally. With the plague, however, no one can help her, though I've tried in vain to find one who can. Yeah, Lily's probably guessing there's probably something that could be done. I know of only one such cure for bone rot. An extract from a flower that is said can only be grown on the fabled cliffs of Mount Celestia. Finding such a potion would be difficult. I have no doubt it is my hope to find one, however, and save my mother's life. I do not owe her, really, but I'd like to do this one thing for her now. Alright. Well, they're saying that perhaps they'll find it in their travels. Perhaps it will, though I doubt it. Let's get on with your mission, Lilly. There are others who are sick whom we're far more likely to save. Keeping an eye out for mythical flowers is one thing, but where is this Dannen hiding out, Lilly wonders. In the city. Coming to their room when she's away. Little Red wouldn't dare. A cause for celebration. Lilly announces the Office of Academic Affairs has a new hire, a priestess of the Lady of Dreams, but that she's also Lady Black's personal, mystical advisor. And tonight she intends to unveil her mistress's natal astrological charts. For fun. A kind of Starry Soiree. The office sellers lack for wine, but they at least have 2 hand kegs of Highmoon Dark for the occasion. Lilly introduces the ladies to one another, and they greet each other politely and with a smile. They sit in a circle on the floor, with Bones lying by Little Red, as she's the one most likely to dole out affection, which she does. Lilly sets out 3 tall glasses, and they tap into the hand kegs. Everyone sticks out their tongues on first toast, it's so bad. Except Linu, who admits kind of liking its bacon-like aftertaste. Lilly entrusts the rest of the night to her mystic, asking her to finally unveil her natal astrological charts. Linu lays out a complicated-looking diagram with the sun, the moon, Toril, and countless other heavenly bodies that Lilly can't be bothered to look at, too preoccupied with another right in the room. Lilly Black was born under the sign of the dragon. Lilly knew it all along. She is magnificent and conscious of her unique destiny. She's a driven woman with a hunger for legacy, and is likely to help build a better world. She possesses extraordinary energy and a lively, inventive mind that she unceasingly applies towards creating and expanding her own personal domain. She needs something to control and call her own. she must take the lead in some part of her life to feel fulfilled. Lily's smile slowly disappears. She doesn't like where this is heading. But Linu quickly adds, seeing her mistress's face, despite this need for power, she seldom acts like a tyrant, and indeed, she often devotes many sleepless nights to improving the lot of those who follow her. Lily nods, and her smile slowly returns. She possesses a keen aesthetic sense and a shrewd eye for bargains, and she is ever vigilant for calls of distress from those in her care. Her birthstone is garnet, the gemstone of celebrity and fame. At this, little Linu gifts Lily a plain yet elegant pendant of garnet. Lily's touched. It was obviously beyond poor little Linu's means. Sharwyn congratulates her mistress for being born under such a flattering sign. But there is more. Lilly Black was born under a setting sun. She displays the gifts of wisdom and a love of learning. She was also born under a full moon, the empowered moon, allowing her to more easily force her will upon others. They all laugh at this, though it made Lily a bit uncomfortable. Was this some type of thinly veiled slight by the dusty diviner? She wouldn't dare. Or would she? Linu may be meek, but that doesn't mean she's mindless. Lily lied about her age, even there in the depths of the warrens of the dam, deep beneath the beggar's nest, and after she had even sworn on the silver chalice of Sehanine Moonbow. Lily lied. She told Linu she was born in the year of the Gamine, 1208 Dale Reckoning, which would make her 163 years old, a little over 23 in human years. And Linu started to draw charts early, but they weren't making sense. So the dusty diviner lit incense and made an offering to the Lady of Dreams, asking her to reveal her mistress's true age of birth through a divination, which she did. Lilly Black was born the 20th of Nightal, during the winter solstice, in the year of the Obsidian Heart, 1165 Dale Reckoning. That makes her 206 years old, 46 years older than she claimed, about 30 in human years. Nothing to be ashamed of, but with Lily's vanity, the disparity will likely grow along with her age. And so, Linu simply told her mistress what she wanted to hear, that she was born under the sign of the dragon. One lie for another. The truth? Lilly Black is born under the sign of the Stirge. She's focused and dedicated whether to causes loved ones of their own indulgences. She feels an emptiness inside, one which she desperately needs to fill. Some part of her life takes priority over everything else, and she chases it with an almost predatory intensity. Hero, villain, sinner, saint. She scoffs at such labels, pursuing her goal with a ruthless determination and attention to detail. This hunger, whether for wealth, fame, love, revenge, new experiences, good food, knowledge, or anything else under the sun, drags her out of bed at dawn and pushes her forward until her eyelids begin to droop each night. Her attention to even the slightest minutiae, to the arts of measurement and observation, makes her a naturally skilled scientist. Her optimal career is actually as an alchemist, and she possesses a focus and intensity that startles others. Her birthstone is emerald, the stone of mental clarity and self-knowledge. And Lilly Black was not born under a full moon, but a waning gibbous moon, an emotional moon. She is able to easily manipulate others with emotion. So, Lily lied, and likely realizes secretly that she's not dragon, but would rather everyone else believe she is, and remain ignorant of what her true sign really is. And Linu lied in return. But Even if Lilly hadn't lied, Linu would have likely told her dragon anyway, because what mystic is going to tell their benefactor she's a blood-sucking scourge? Lilly thanks Linu, and when she bids her to prepare her daily horoscope, is pleasantly surprised to discover that she already did. On a scrap of parchment, no less, and that she may send others by page if they seem important. How thorough little Linu can be. Lilly's impressed. On the paper, simply 2 lines, an auspicious or lucky action for the day, and an inauspicious or unlucky action for the day. The good? A good day for exercise. The bad? Avoid sharp objects. Lilly will withhold judgment for now. Otherwise, on the way out, she notices Sharwyn looks a little sad and asks why. Apparently, one of her favorite restaurants in the city has burned to the ground.